Good morning and welcome back. It's Wednesday, so we're trying to do a weekly update. And by we, I mean me, using the royal we here. Just going to talk a little bit today about my goals. I've got a bunch of stuff I am crocheting or making. So we're going to listen to my dogs chase one of my cats. It's going to be great. So yeah, just going to chit chat a little bit. I was so proud last week. I was like, all right, I'm going to learn how to edit and we're going to do things. And I did, and it was okay. And I made a video about isopods because I set up a couple of cages for a friend. And my computer just turned off at 80% uploaded. And I was very upset. It was pretty terrible. You can't tell, but I have two dogs laying on me and wrestling. And actually, pretty much the gang's all here. Chisme's right there. Hamachi's right here. And the puppies, you can hear them snapping. Which makes me laugh because you know the song Laffy Taffy? So the Laffy Taffy. So we joke that the pups are doing the snappy because they do, and it's great. Couple of things for this week. I'm getting my certification in cybersecurity, so my friend and I are doing it together, so I get to start studying this week. I should have started 2 days ago, but working night shift kind of messes with things. So I worked Friday, Saturday, Sunday nights, and then Monday was my flip over, and then last night, Tuesday is me and my guys' date night. So we just hung out and watched Tacoma FD, which is hilarious if you love the Broken Lizard dudes, which I do. It is, it's totally worth watching. Very funny, very so dumb, so good. I love it. But so today I'm going to start on my CISSP studying. So wish me luck. Got a study guide and a test book, but also I have a lot of yarn things, crafty things that I have been working on that I want to finish. I do want you to enjoy my shirt. I'm going to give you a second. Come, chameleon. It's hilarious. If you know the song. If you don't know the song, I'm so sorry, but you should probably look up Boy George and the Culture Club and Karma Chameleon. But it's hilarious. So this is my Karma Chameleon shirt. I have a lot of projects. So one of my goals for this year is to finish the projects that I've been working on. One of them is a cross stitch project, which I started 2 years ago. So I started cross stitching like 3 years ago. Almost 4 now because we're old, but like during 2020 I started cross stitching and I've made a couple of really fun things. And one of them that I started was this stitch along, and it's by Ingleside Imaginariums, and it's Cataluma Brightside's catalog for Witches Familiars. I completely like miscounted and did stuff, so mine isn't completely right. Like I don't have the full on the frame. I don't have the thing. It just says familiars, which is fine. And I started doing all the black because I was like, I will do the black. It'll give me things to color in and it'll be fine. So here's what I've got. This guy, when I had originally done it, it's a goat. I miscounted, so I ripped it all out. Everything else is outlined. All the black is done except for that one. So I usually work on that at gymnastics on Tuesday nights, but it's slow. Cross stitch is slow. You can work for like 3 hours and get like 2 by 3 inches. It's tiny. So we are working on that. So that is one of my goals. So after I get all the blacks, then there'll just be some blues and some golds and it'll be done, and I can frame it and it'll be done, and I'm excited and I can do other cross stitchy things. So there's project 1. Project 2 that I want to finish is, this is a Lion brand thing. I don't know if you've ever seen Schitt's Creek, but it is, ew, David. So it is made with Feels Like Butter, which is one of their yarns, and I love it, but this is so much like, oh my God, it's a lot of single crochet and back loop only. So I have the bottom part started. I started on the lettering, but I need to reprint out the graph so that I know where I'm going with the letters. So this is not much to look at right now. It will be wonderful when it's done, and I can't wait, and I think it's going to be hilarious. But it is so tedious because single crochet, back loop, counting. So that's another goal. I want to get that one done pronto because it is just taking up room in my life, and I don't need that. So of course, since I have things I needed to do, I started another project. This is for a girl who works with me in a different department who is pregnant with her first. So I make a lot of baby blankets just because baby blankets are small. They finish easy. You can practice new things and it's pretty fun. So this one is combining Tunisian crochet and normal crochet. And I actually am loving it. If you look at it, it looks like little leaves kind of. And then if you flip it and look at the back, it looks like knit. So I'm using, I think this is unicorn. I can't remember. but it's a Lion Brand mandala yarn. And I am excited. This one, it works up a little bit slower than typical crochet. It's not as fast, but I got 2 rows done yesterday. I'm pretty excited for this one, actually. Baby's due in March, so I have a little bit of time, but we're chugging along. So there's that one so far. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. So we'll see where we're at next week with that one. So 6 rows on that guy. Another nurse that I work with is pregnant, and I love this yarn. It is so pretty. It's a Charisma. I think it's called Dragonfly. I don't remember. But I started working it up in this pattern because I love this texture. It's a nice like textured stitch. But using the hook size it calls for, it's not right. It's the drape is wrong. It's too tight. And I have a pretty loose tension. So I'm going to frog it, and I can't decide if I want to do a corner to corner with a knit or if I want to do corner to corner in the same thing but the next size up. So I'm tempted. I have a bunch of skeins of it, so I'm tempted to start working one in each thing on a different skein and see how they go. So TBD on that one. So this one I expect to make some good progress on once I get going, just because it's a chunky yarn. It's bulky and it should go pretty fast. But so there's 2 baby blankets, my You David, and then, well, I'll show you the one I finished. This is the one that I finished. So I did end up frogging it and putting on a border. I think I'm going to do a little video montage at the end of the year of all the things I've made, and this will be the first one. This will be the first make of 2024, so that's exciting. It turned out really nice, and now that you've seen it, I'm going to wash it and gift it. So she done. This guy's a monster. Total monster. So I started this last February. I was pattern testing for someone, and I had total paralysis when it came to picking the yarn. And that boned me. So it got me behind on my testing times, and I wasn't able to finish it. So I have since bought the pattern, but when there wasn't pressure on me, I was like, I'll work on it at some point, because now we're at the point where it's huge and working on one round takes a million years. So I gotta find the right side, and then I might have to like stand up and scoot back, but this guy, ooh, all right, let me maybe get back on the couch because I'm gonna fall over. You can't, this is probably like, I mean, I'm 5'10", and it's got my wingspan. So it's a square. It starts as a mandala in the circle in the middle, and then works its way out. And it's got lots of texture and lots of fun stuff. So this is called Magi by Wiggle Stick Designs. Her name's Nikki Chapin. And it's gorgeous, but it is so intense. So goal is to also finish that. This thing weighs like 10 pounds. I don't know. And it probably has like another 20 hours of work to do on it. So that is the other thing I want to get done. So we're at almost the end of January already. Holy mackerel. So goal is to finish at least the baby blankets and try for one of the giant guys by the end of February. We will do a catch up next week and see where we're actually at and if I'm being good and staying on my goals. You know how it is when you do all the crafting things and you don't, you just want to cast on a new thing or make it, you see pattern and it's so cool, or someone else is pregnant, or the wind takes you where it will. So TBD on that one. But so those are some of the things I need to do today. I did work all weekend, so the house is kind of a mess. So I need to vacuum. Cheese Cat has been dumping over my trash, so I need to go clean that. She's currently chewing on my ponytail palm, which is crap. I should do an update on some of my plants because a bunch of my hoyas are putting out peduncles. So maybe we'll take a stroll over there a little bit later today. But goals for today is to clean up the yarn I just dumped all over my couch. And then me and the pups are going to hang out. I have a friend coming over to pick up some stuff. I would like to go to boot camp, and then we'll see where the day takes us. So I'm going to go get started on some of the things I have to do. I will probably take you on a little trip over to see the hoyas and my new peduncles. And I'll check back in a little bit. See you soon. Hey, I just wanted to talk to you for a minute about some of my plants because I was talking about them in my peduncles. So I thought I'd show you some of my fun plants that are blooming. So here we have one of my Thanksgiving cactus. Bright pink. Look how bright that is. So pretty. And then this one's probably my favorite. It's this beautiful like orangey, peachy, pinky color. Like, oh, she's so pretty. And then this one, The pink one also has some white ones potted with it. I have a red one that's blooming, but I didn't feel like getting it down because it's on the top shelf and it's a little bit of work. But I also wanted to show you my peduncles. So peduncle is where a hoya blooms from. I am what the kids call a hoya hoe, and I have a bunch. Mostly because they're clippings, they're easy to propagate, and they're fun. But they usually don't start blooming for like 2 years or so after you start, which is fine. But this one has this little guy right next to my finger. That's a peduncle. So that's what it'll bloom from. Oh, he has another one. There's a peduncle right here. Oh my goodness. Right here, this guy. That's so exciting. So they bloom from the same place every year. So it'll end up looking kind of, I don't like a pine cone. I have a couple with peduncles over here, but I'm not going to grab them. These are my new peduncles, not my existing peduncles. So this one's a Hoya Memoria. They have this beautiful, like, splashy, they're beautiful. They're just super easy and they grow fast. But he's got peduncles, which maybe I'll get some blooms this year, which would be super duper awesome. And then this guy, this pot is amazing. So we're going to take him out for a minute so you can see this pot. Oh, we need to be re-rooted, but that's going to, or repotted. That's going to wait for a little bit. Firstly, because we have a peduncle. So there's a peduncle right here. And then there's another one. My cat is jumping on my legs. There's another little itty bitty tiny guy right there. It's so cute. So this one is Ham. Like, you can tell he is happy. He is 30 and flirty and thriving. This was a present from my friend Yana and for my birthday 2 years ago. And it was like this big. It was tiny. I'll have to see if I can find a picture for before and after comparisons. But like, she lives outside during the summer and loves it and goes crazy and sends out so much new growth. And currently it's 45 degrees outside. So she would be dead and I would be sad. So we're going to leave that alone. But she's super happy. That is my Hoya Sunrise. And then, so they bloom from the same place every year, right? On the peduncle. So the peduncle, when it's blooming, it's an umbel. So they bloom from the same place every year, right? From the peduncle. And when it's blooming, it's called an umbel. So this one, this peduncle, is now an umbel. And he's going to bloom from there. This one's my Hoya multiflora, or shooting star Hoya. These guys are a little more bushy. Ooh, we got a cat. Hold on for you. No. Can you hear her sniffing? I hope so. She's exploring. We might have to take a break because she thinks she wants to eat one of my plants. Get your butt down. Hold on. We're migrating. Okay, she's staying curled around the camera, so it'll be fine. So my Hoya multiflora is getting ready to bloom, which I'm very excited about. And when it blooms, I will have to take a video for sure. But so those three are the ones that are either currently blooming or have new peduncles. And then my existing ones with Hoya with peduncles. My existing Hoya with peduncles would be either my I have a Hoya macrophylla variegata or elbow marginata. So it used to be called a macrophylla, and now it's called something else. I'd have to give my brain a second to marinate. So either that one has a couple of peduncles, and then my Hoya Waieti has some peduncles. And we will see who else has some when I do my maintenance. But today's water and fertilize day. And yeah, I'm going to go do the things I need to do. But I'll check back in a little bit. So I did make it to the gym. I was thinking, I have a question. One of the PEDS nurses at the hospital I work with had sent me a picture of a plant and asked me if it was dead or alive. And I told her it was Schrodinger's plant at this point. And she said, what? And I was like, like Schrodinger's cat. If you know what Schrodinger's cat is, please let me know in the comments. If you don't, I will talk about it next time and I will let you know why. But please, if you know what Schrodinger's cat is, please let me know in the comments. I went to the gym. I almost did not make it. It was not pretty. I am an early morning workout person. I get up, I get the kids to school, I go work out, because if not, I don't feel good. I like just going and getting it done and feeling good and being done with my day, and that's that. And today I had a breakfast date and I was excited and I went and had breakfast with my friend. And I came home and did stuff, and then I went to the gym and I went to boot camp, and it wasn't pretty. I did it and I feel good and I'm glad, but like, no, I don't like it. So I'm going to go chug a protein shake. I did get rid of like 15 skeins of yarn. So one day when I feel up for it, I will show you my my yarn room / the kids' Lego room because it's Legos. But I did give someone like 15 skeins of yarn, and I'm excited because I don't need it in my life because I have way more than that. So it's fine. Yay. So we're going to go protein shake, take my greens. Oh my gosh. I should show you these things. My mom likes to bring home food from the food bank at her church, and which is fine. She brings me gifts and I appreciate it. But she brought home these like power reds, and they're supposed to be like super nutrient dense and like really good for you. They don't taste good. These things taste so terrible. So I am almost halfway through the container and I choke it down and I'm getting so close. One day I'll be done with them and I'm going to be so nutrient filled and it's going to be great, but we're getting there. Anyways, I hope you have a super good day. Maybe next week I'll have some updates on my things that I am working on. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for hanging out with me again. I promise one day I'll have something besides me hanging out and talking to you. But today's not that day. Have a great day. Talk to you later.